Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about the anatomy of lungs. So in our lungs we know that we have one parietal layer and one visceral layer. In between them we have the parietal, our pleural cavity, and in the pleural cavity pleural fluid is present. So if we first draw the diagram of our lungs, it will be look like this. So as you can see, this is our lungs. So one by one we're going to nomenclature each and every point of our lungs. So the top portion or the superior pointed projection is called the apex. This is called the apex of our heart. This is called the base. The lower portion, this is called the base of our heart. So in the base, it basically rests upon the convex surface of our diaphragm. So it basically rests at the convex surface of our diaphragm. So this is diaphragm. So this is green is called the green, through green color I am writing this, I am drawing this diagram. This is called the diaphragm. So base of our lungs is basically rests upon the diaphragm. So base of our lungs basically rests upon our diaphragm, and diaphragm is convex structure when it is in relaxed position. So apex of our heart, this is called the apex. It basically starts from the clavicle or just above the clavicles. We have two clavicles, and apex is basically start just above of our clavicle. So our clavicle will be present here like this. So our clavicle will be present like this. So our apex is just above our clavicle, from it starts. So the apex of our lungs is basically present, or it starts from the just above the clavicle. Now we have different lobes in our both the lungs. So this is the first lobe, which is called the oblique fissure. The first features that we have is called the oblique fissure. In our both the lung we have one oblique fissure. So this is called oblique fissure. We have different features, and those features are responsible for our dividing our lungs into different lobes. So in our left lung, this is our left lung, and this is our right lung. So this is our left lung, this is our right lung. In both the lungs we have one oblique fissure. Then we have another feature in our right lung. So that feature is called the horizontal fissure. So we're going to nomenclature that. So this feature is called the oblique fissure. This is called the oblique fissure. Here it is also called oblique fissure. And the name of this feature is called horizontal fissure. Horizontal fissure. We have different feature in our both the lungs. So our horizontal oblique fissure, which is present in our left lung, it's divide our left lung into two different segments. And the features, those are present in our right lung, it will divide our lungs into three different lobes or segments. So what is the name of that segment? So first we go one by one. So what is the name of that segment? this red one. What is the name of that segment? This red color which is present, this is the name, is the superior, is called the superior lobe. This red color markings, that portion is called the superior lobe. Now we have another portion here, this green one, which is only present in our right lung. So the green color, that is called the middle lobe. Middle lobe. And these segments with black markings, that segment is called your, I'm drawing it here, this is called the inferior lobe. This is called the inferior lobe. So these are the different feature and different lobes, those are present in our lung. We know the inferior border, it's rests upon the diaphragm, and the superior border, it starts from the little above of our clavicles. So if we turn the page, or if we want to draw something very important over here, that what does it look like if we rotate our both the lungs little bit. So if we rotate the lungs little bit, for example, if we rotate the lung like this way, and this lung in this direction, then what will happen? Then what will happen if we rotate both the lungs like this way? Then we can find that our lungs will look like this. Definitely our right lung will be definitely look like this, and our left lung will be look like this. So why this depression is present? This depression is called the cardiac notch. I was thinking that I'll describe that point over here, but better to describe this position here only. This is called the cardiac notch. So this is called the cardiac notch. Cardiac notch is because cardiac notch means here our heart is present basically. That's why this depression, because the the apex of our heart is projecting inward direction towards our left lung. Because of that apex, our left lung is developed like this way, that there is a depression over there because of the presence of our heart. That's why that notch is called the cardiac notch. Notch which is developed because of the cardiac system, that's why it is called the cardiac notch. So our lungs will look like this. There is a overall boundary because of this portion, because this is our lungs, this is the overall inflamed the boundary of our lung, which is have some kind of this structure, dotted structure, is because of the presence of the our border is look like something different, that it has some kind of curved structure at the boundary of our lungs. So this is the simple discussion. So next thing is, I just want to discuss about that there is some kind of different structures are present through which our lymphatic system, pulmonary veins and different arteries will coming in and exit and enter directions are present. through which our pulmonary veins and pulmonary arteries, lymphatic systems are continuously coming in and coming out. So their exit and entry point is present here. That's why this position from where our pulmonary vein, pulmonary arteries, lymphatic vessels make their entry and exit, that portion is called the hilum. That portion is called hilum. And the view, this is the posterior view. That view, this is the posterior view. This is the posterior view, and this is the basic description of what is hilum of our lungs. Hilum is a site where our pulmonary vein, pulmonary arteries, lymphatic vessels make their entry and exit. That portion is called hilum. From anterior side, you cannot see those hilums. Only it is possible when you see our lungs from the posterior view, from posterior side. Then only you are able to find those hilums. So this is the basic anatomy of our lungs. Hope you like this video. Thank you everyone.